We are back in Kansas again, and if you can believe this, it's windy. It was supposed to be raining today. It kind of is in Joplin, but it hadn't started over here yet in Kansas. But the wind is blowing extremely hard, so I'm going to try to knock down a few of these piles, kind of do a little bit of shaping just to see. I'm betting I'm going to end up going all the way to the field, but this stuff is still wet in the middle, so I'm basically just going to try to knock the tops down on this stuff and see if it'll actually start to dry out some. But the top dries out extremely quick, but the centers of it's still a little muddy. But I thought I'd get these. I need to do a little bit up around the house, but the siding guys are here, and I'm afraid I'm going to dust them out when I'm knocking those down. So, man, this stuff is just extremely muddy. So, it did just rain over here. I guess it was the end of last week. So, like I said, the tops of everything dry out really nice, but this stuff holds so much moisture that you kind of got to knock them down and knock them around a little bit to get them to dry out. I think if I back up here a little further, you can see like down here, I mean, it gets dusty on the top of it. It actually dries out pretty well. And it's a little muddy further down, but it's still workable. I thought I'd try to do a little shaping and just get an idea of how it's looking further up here. See if I need to add any more to it before I just keep dumping more piles down here. But and then I'm supposed to dig like 2 or 3 holes for the septic tank. I just do some test holes basically today, so they can come by and get a soil sample. I think she's going to be over here maybe tomorrow. Hopefully today or tomorrow, because Wednesday or Thursday is supposed to rain again. So she'll just have little ponds if she doesn't get over here and check them out then. But yeah, we're going to knock some of this down and then probably just jump back in the old Hydrema in the case and move some more dirt over here. So. down this morning with the dozer. Kind of got them tracked in. The best thing to do is just kind of knock it down, track it down, and then leave it be for a few hours. So the top of it kind of dries out, and you can go back and do a little bit more. But I'm trying to just put a little bit out and then kind of grade it down, because I'm getting closer, I think, on what they're looking for. So I'm kind of bringing this front out because it kind of dips down low and then it kind of goes back up at the edge of that field. So, but my road here is starting to pump pretty bad again, even though I'm kind of trying to veer around a 20-foot wide path. So it's a little slower going getting these over here. I also remembered that I probably need to top off the Freon in this thing, because it's like 86 degrees, but the old air conditioner is not blowing real cold right now, so it's kind of like a little sauna on wheels. Luckily, I'm just in here for like, I don't know, 2 minutes or so, and I get back in the excavator and back and forth, so I need to, I may just have to stop it over Riley's and get one of those little things in a can and try that. It doesn't seem like it works as good. Let's take it to my friend's shop where I can hook up to his air conditioner machine, but I don't have time to take the truck back to Joplin to do that, so I blew the cab filters and everything out today. I finally found them and got them out of there. They were pretty much packed full. So the worst part about this truck is all the air conditioner stuff is underneath the seat, so it's not the most, like the compressor's back there on the motor, but like the condenser and everything else you need all under the seat, so it's not the most ideal location. But I think I remember last summer at the beginning of the year we had to recharge it, and then it still acted a little weird. Like at the beginning of the summer, like it seemed like the compressor would almost like freeze up. I had to almost shut it off in the morning, or the compressor, and it would finally like thaw out and start dripping and condensating, and then it would work fine the rest of the day. So it may be the deal just not using it through the winter. Either leaks some out or just has issues. So get it down. I just know I need to get it fixed, because it's gonna make me whine. The tip helps, but it still feels like a giant warm fishbowl. So. But I'll probably just spend a couple more hours moving some more. I got a lot of this side built up. He told me I may even take it out in the field a little bit, so it doesn't just kind of slope off right there. So, and then I'm hauling it over by his shop too, kind of building some of that up. So I've moved 227 loads so far, and I'm still probably got half or a little bit less of that pile. So he basically told me he wants me to try to get rid of most of that pile, so we may build up all over the house and just keep spreading it out. So, which is fine. Job security. So. There's actually a pretty good chance of rain, I think, tomorrow, so that'll shut us down for a few days. So tomorrow's what, Thursday, so if it does rain, it'll be sometime beginning or whatever of next week. Dusting. So yeah, that's why I got, before it rained up here, so then I went and did other stuff, and then finally got all those projects done, and then it starts drying out here, and then it rains again. Just how it goes. So yeah, we'll load up another one. So I'll try to, I may not film a ton of it. I don't know how to break up the monotony of just loading and hauling and knocking that out. I feel like it's the same video over and over again, but we'll just put little clips throughout the next couple of days and see how far we can get and kind of getting it dressed up. So it's like I said, it's getting closer. I just need to put a little more around the barn. I mean, we may go ahead and start building up some of the back as well. And I think he's going to show up either this afternoon or Friday or something. So he'll look at it and then tell me yay or nay on if he likes it, keep going or not. this is gonna be the last load I'm doing for today. So like I moved, it should be right at 40, maybe 41. Look at the counter. I've moved a total of like 315 loads so far. So, and all I've done today is load and hauls. I didn't really film much of it because it's basically the same thing I've been doing every time I'm back over here. So, but I thought I'd just get on here. See a little stump right there. Kind of do a quick update of where we're at and kind of how it's looking so far. The pile is really muddy right now, so got a stump pile over there, but because I'm well over halfway through this entire pile, so the center of this gets pretty wet, and then I just kind of knock it down and let it dry, and the old tippy case. So I keep trying to get this thing leveled out, but it's just the balance on this machine is just way off. The stick's too long and just doesn't have a lot of weight in the back end, so it bounces around all day long. But yeah, this pile will spin around here once I get it all just finished loaded up. But there's maybe, I don't know, there may be 100 or 100 and some odd loads left. I don't know, I could probably, I mean, I know I could use the whole thing over there. I don't know if I end up, if I will. The yard's getting fairly close to the shape we're looking for. I mean, it's very, very roughed in, but it is getting closer. I'm going to do a little bit more out the kind of, I don't know, the south end of the barn. Add some more there, but I don't know if it'll take another 100 loads or not, so. Block this mud on the top, but. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see with the sun, but kind of right here is the edge of it towards the back of the pond. So there's really not much of this pile left. That was, I mean, that was dirt almost all the way out to that field. So yeah, 315 loads in the Hydrema is a fair amount of dirt. So, but we'll pull the truck over there, dump it, and then start fueling it up and walk back over here and get the excavator. Not going near as quick now because the field is basically, it's just pretty much falling apart. It's running up and pumping that whole width across there, so I can't drive the truck near as quick across there as I can't stay in the seat. So I'm almost thinking about going back here. It may be quicker because the ground's solid and the truck can run quicker, but and I may come out here in the morning with the dozer and just try to touch up this line. You see the corn's popping up. I'm pretty sure he didn't plant anything, or he could have. I don't know how you can start planting and stop planting in this narrow area, but I doubt anything comes up. But I don't know how well you can tell from the camera. I mean, it's just pumping and running and just bouncing all over the place. So. And then part of it is wherever I drive, it sinks down probably 6 or 8 inches because it's the softer. I just got all that moisture and that water worked up here, so it just pumps like crazy. So really slows the cycles down. This is the worst part of it right here. So if I go too quick and it shakes it like that, it starts dumping stuff off the side. So it makes for long days running this across here. Very monotonous, but they didn't plant. I didn't realize that. I talked to the landowner here over the weekend. They didn't plant anything. I'm trying to swing around. You can probably faintly see this little green line right here. That's where they stopped planting. So not that we're going to extend the yard all the way over here, but he told me I could bring it out a little further to taper it off a little more because it kind of just dropped off. I thought they planted it right where the field used to be planted, but I guess they didn't. So just dumping this line, so then tomorrow I can take the dozer and kind of extend it out, which it's pretty gradual here, but back behind me is a little steeper. But I got the majority of that all filled in, you can kind of tell, and knocked it down. It's like I said, it's rough, but it was wet, so I just kind of let it sit there for a day or two, and then I can run back over it again with the dozer. One of these days I'll kind of make I'll just take a day and make like a final pass and stuff over it. Try to shake this stuff out of the bag. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much up there at the edge of the field, and like I said, now I just need to let this is probably dry enough I can kind of truck running over it. That's just for a little bit in that corner, but I just need to spend some time on the dozer now, just kind of trying to slick it up a little bit better. And then I've actually bought a Harley rig. I haven't showed anything, I haven't got it yet. A friend of mine that actually works for Takuchi down in Arkansas, he does like some dirt work and stuff on the sides, and he ended up with it's a Harley, I think it's just a Harley rig brand, like that is the brand. I want to say it's like an M8. I think it's a 90-inch Harley rig. That's got maybe 15 or 20 hours on it, he said. I don't know how he ended up with it, but it's been sitting outside some, so it looks a little older than what it actually is. But my plan is when I get that from him, I'll bring it over here and put it on the 12, and I can run it all over this yard, probably really slick this thing up and break these clumps loose. So I think that'll really shape it up and clean up quite a bit. But yeah, so that's where we're at now. I get back in the morning and we'll probably finish that line out, and I'll just spend some time in the dozer trying to knock all that stuff down. I forgot, this whole video you guys are going to watch is over like different days throughout a week, but not the same week, because I've been working on some other stuff. But and that, if you can tell very much, it's kind of got some of that filled in, but I'm actually going to taper that out even more. I got all that lumber junk moved the other day because it's got some low spots, and just try to feather that out and make it more gradual there. So, and now that dirt's better stuff, or they're going to put a big garden in over there. As you can tell, running over this is pretty rough. But, so we're still going to eat up most of that pile. Maybe not all of it, but we got a lot of dirt left to move around. So, but yeah, that is my little job update for now. I'll pull over here and get the old truck filled up. I got the Duramax today. I finally ordered a fuel tank for the Ford. I was gonna just throw that one in there, but since I've gotten all bougie with my new truck, I found a 100-gallon fuel tank. It's only 19 inches tall. It's longer and wider, but it doesn't stick up over the top of the bed. So I'll put that in the Ford, and the fuel pump and everything's down below there, so it just looks a little nicer. It's supposed to be in a couple of weeks, and then after that I'll probably start driving the Ford a lot more, but I need the fuel tank for now. So alright, enough yapping, let's get out and fuel this thing up, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow.